Welcome back to Angling 360 Stoke Beach Grove Garden.
Aye, something a wee bit different today.
This bench might actually...
It's not the most sturdy.
So if it goes, you'll get a wee giggle.
25 quid at IKEA, I think.
It's 8 o'clock in the morning and there's no water anywhere.
Nah.
Alex messaged me through the week saying, you fancy doing one of these catch, clean, cook videos?
You fancied it for a while, didn't you?
Aye, I do. I do like the concept of it. They seem pretty popular as well. So the plan is to, we're in Alex's allotment just now. Charlie Dimmock's kicking about somewhere. But no, fair play to Alex, he's no bad at the fishing, and as it turns out, he's not too bad at growing a bit of vegetables and a bit of fruit.
Wait till it tastes it though. Looks good, we'll see if it tastes good. But yeah.
So the plan's, you're going to pick the veg?
Aye. We want to do a catch and cook, we want to kind of bring in a few other little aspects as well, just to try and make it a little bit different. So I am going to supply some veg, we'll have a wee look, see what's available. It's quite a lot ready to go.
You're also going to, you've done a wee bit of studying on the old shrooms.
Aye, I'm really getting into this sort of foraging, this mushroom foraging sort of...
Just for that, Ross, it's all your fault.
So maybe we're going to go and try and find some, I don't know, anything edible really. Maybe some chanterelles, porcinis, something like that. And then it's...
Just going to get my phone's up there, I'm going to book a room up the hospital for later, in case you're poisoned.
Aye, well, you might... We'll see how that goes.
Every message I got through the week was in brackets, poisonous. I'm like, no, it's ones we want to eat. We want to...
I've got 4 that I can happily identify and I'm quite happy to go with, so we'll stick with them.
The only one I know is chanterelles.
Aye, that's one of them. We'll try and get some of those today.
And I've been left to catch the...
I guess they supply the fish.
We've decided plan A is a sea trout. And before, oh, you can't kill a sea trout before you all start eating in the morning.
Aye, you can.
Aye, you can. We're allowed 2, you have a permit, you're allowed 2, and it's under £3 and over 12 inches in length.
There's plenty of sea trouts.
We will be doing it by the book.
It's not like there's plenty of them. And we're only taking one. We're just taking one.
Taking the one. Maybe 2. My boy likes that.
Maybe 2.
My boy likes a sea trout, to be fair. And if that fails...
Mushrooms. Aye. Or beans. It might just be beans.
We'll got some footage for that Loch trip. Good fall back on.
Yeah, bit of veg.
Feeling that.
Some mushrooms.
Mackerel is a backup plan, wasn't it?
Mackerel or sea trout. And we'll kind of try and make it as interesting as possible. We'll try and bring everything together and have a decent lunch out of it, hopefully. But
so
yeah,
we'll give you a wee look about and what we're going to pick. Alex, so
there's a few bits and pieces. We'll just collect a load of stuff and we'll...
Never tell me about the midges, but...
Nah, I don't know. Aye, and we'll come up with a recipe later on, depending on who he catches.
Right,
let's go. Right, so we've got loads of stuff going on here. All sorts of bits and pieces, and a lot of it is ready to go, so we'll just take a lot and we'll see what we can do with it. So let's say a bit of kale first of all. This is posh kale. Cavallero Nero, I think it's called. I'll take a few, don't need too much, but kale's a funny one. Not everyone likes it, but I'm quite keen on it. Really hardy sort of vegetable, it will last all through the winter. So if the caterpillars don't get to it first. So yeah, don't need too much. We're going to add a few other bits and pieces to it as well, so kale. I'm pretty sure in here we've got some beans ready to go. It's a bit of a jungle, but some climbing beans. I'm sure we can do something with them. We've got sort of standard green beans. We've got some purple ones here as well, which are quite cool. Get a few of those. Again, don't need too much, so I'm climbing beans. It'll be nice with the kale. And maybe some peas. So these aren't quite ready to go, but there might be a few. Looking for pods that are properly full. There are a couple in about here. Yeah, I think these could do with another week or so we'll leave them a bit longer. I think we've got a few. We've got kale, beans, peas, courgettes and aubergines maybe. Let's go and see what we've got. Now these really should be cured before we use them, but they're all ready to come up anyway, so take one. This is my favourite bit. I love it in here. Temperatures can get a bit high though. It's nice and cool today, but these temperatures can go up to about 40 degrees in here. We've got all sorts, mainly tomatoes, but there's chilies in there. Still a wee bit early for the chilies, but we've got some Havana Gold chilies. We've got Spangles. Tomatoes, again, a little bit early for those, but we've got a few coming on. But there's aubergines in here somewhere. I'm sure there should be some of those ready. Let's have a look. You see the size of this. That's an aubergine.
Holy shit.
That's a cracker. Plenty of those, so yeah, take them. With an aubergine, you need courgettes. Hand in hand, I think. Let's get some courgettes. I have a jungle in here. There should be courgettes somewhere. And you go digging for them. Yeah, plenty. Let's take this one. We're flying. Loads of stuff.
The big one you've got there, Alex.
Oh, there's a bigger one. Bigger than that. There's bigger than that. It's such a fast growing vegetable. You come back tomorrow, it'll be twice the size. Well, it would have been. I think with any dish, I love my food. Absolutely love food. Love cooking as well. But herbs, fresh herbs, most important of all. I think we'll go for get some sage, I think. Mushrooms and sage, hand in hand, I would say. Don't need too much. A couple of sprigs of sage. And then something nice and fresh to finish off. Maybe some, let's get some parsley. A bunch of that. Quite a lot of this actually. Love parsley. Ideally I'd like coriander, but it's all bolted. We do have some, but it doesn't look great. We've got all sorts here. We've got rosemary, thyme, oregano. Yeah, looking good. The one thing that has struggled a wee bit this year, unusually, is the beetroot. I don't know what's going on here. Seems to be all right down this side, but this just looks pitiful. But yeah, I'll take a beetroot. That big golden one in here somewhere. That's a beetroot. And then maybe some chard to finish, and then I think that's us plenty. Beetroot, chard, same sort of family. Chard's almost like a cross between spinach and beetroot. It's quite nice actually. Lovely red stalks. Yeah, adds a lovely bit of colour as well, but they're quite tasty. There we go. If we can't make something out of that, we've got problems. We've got some peas in there, some parsley and sage, bit of flavour, bit of kale, some chard, courgette, a couple of carrots and an onion. cracking big aubergine. Big beetroot in there as well. A couple extra red onions hanging on there. Now all we need is the fish. Now that's the important bit. No pressure, Gordon.
Just in case we don't catch any fish. Here we are, campsite. We started off at Alex's allotment, got our vegetables. I was tasked, well, obviously we both fished, but my job was to get the sea trout. We done that, and then the shrooms, we got plenty of them. So everything else other than 2 bottles of beer and some kindling and cream is the only things we've actually purchased for this whole, oh obviously like include permits and all that carry on, but in terms of making this video, picked a kind of nice part of an area. We were going to do it by the beach, but the rain and the wind didn't allow us, so we had to come up with another idea. So the fire's going, we'll go and get everything prepped, and then we'll see how good this recipe Alex has got here us all up. So let's get cracking.
Looks pretty tasty already, doesn't it? There's something about just, I don't know, just growing your own stuff, foraging your own stuff, catching your own food that is just brilliant. And like Gordon said earlier on, okay, we fish a lot, we catch a lot of fish, 99% of the time. It is catch and release. But fishing derived from sustenance. Sustainability. No, you had to eat, so you had to catch fish and you had to grow your own veg. So it is nice just to come back to that side of things again. But yeah, I think we've got our mushrooms, so those are looking pretty tasty. Cleaned up. Amethyst deceivers, loads of shanties in there as well. Just brushed them with a little brush, tidied that up a little bit. We've got our trout, absolutely spanking fresh looking trout.
You're welcome.
And we've got our veg, so we'll do a wee bit of beetroot I think. And then I think we'll do a medley of kale, courgette, maybe with some onions and garlic. Maybe dice up some of these beans and have some beans in. So a kind of veg medley with creamy mushrooms, maybe a sage and paprika. We've got our sage here from the allotment. Sneakily brought some paprika with us. So a sage and paprika cream, medley of veg, big fillet of smokes. We're going to smoke this trout hopefully. Fire's there, so we're going to get this smoker filled with some oak shavings. Now these oak shavings are from basically what I'm kneeling on just now. Good old whiskey staves. It's good stuff, you know. Reclaimed. So that reclaimed wood basically, but it's oak, so it's got that nice sort of oaky flavour to it, hopefully. And yeah, that's the plan. So we've got a couple of stoves going. We're going to get the stoves on. Going to get some on the fire. I think we'll wrap that beetroot in a bit of tin foil, get that in there and bake it, and we'll just see how it all comes together. It's the first time I've done this, so we'll see we'll see how it goes. A little bit of colour on top, just with some parsley, some calendula leaves, and it should look pretty good. Right, Gordon, your fish.
Right, I'll get filling. Yeah, I know my name's Gordon, but it's certainly no Gordon Ramsay. I'm going to give this filling a go. I've done it in the house plenty of times, but knowing this sort of kneeled down and out in the open, so I never bother with gutting the fish. I just go straight in for a fillet. Get it along that bone. Just feel the bones popping out. Right up to the end of the nodding. Want as much of this good meat as we can. So as I say, I ain't the best fillet or fillet chef in the world. Done my best. We've now got 2 lovely fillets. Alex says one of them is butchered, but I don't know, I think they look alright.
Very good. Some colour on them.
Aye. Lovely wild sea trout. So they're going to go into this smoker. Now what we've got here, Alex kind of touched on it earlier. These staves are reclaimed staves from work where whisky barrels have had their time. Hundreds of years of maturing spirit. They then become useless. So a lot of the times they get recycled into furniture, clocks, all that kind of stuff. But the oak shavings can be good for cooking. So we're about to find out. So that's what's in there. So I believe what we do is we put the fish in.
Sage in there as well.
And it'll salt them as well. There we go. And that just sits on the fire. And I think it's the heat that starts to smoulder the oak shavings. And then in turn it's the smokiness that's entrapped inside. Oh, my back. But I can't wait for it. It's absolutely pissing down.
Get some salt on them.
But we'll get some salt on them and we'll get them cooking.
Right, veggie time. So we'll cook the mushrooms separate to the greens. Slice up some of these onions, a bit of garlic. And then in the other pan, get some of this kale sliced up. And the kale takes quite a while to cook, I'm sure. Anytime I cook it at home, it takes a good 20 minutes, so it might take even longer out here. Kale in there, garlic and onions in there. And then to that garlic and onions, I really want to cook in a sage cream, so let's get some of the sage in there as well. That fire is cooking me.
Tell you, absolutely boiling.
Oak burns hot. Roll up a bit of sage. I get that sliced up as finely as possible. Try and keep my fingertips out of it. I'll whack a bit of that in there as well. Oh, another thing, forgot almost. I've got a kind of weird rainbow beetroot. So we'll just get that nice and simply wrapped up in some tin foil. We'll just chuck that straight in the fire. That is pretty hot. And then we'll just kind of cover that up. Then we'll just kind of chunk them up. And we'll add that to the kale with about 5 minutes to go. The beans don't take long. Right, you know what I can do with?
A beer. A beer and a slice of bread.
Let's have a beer. A bit of courgette on there as well. Dice it up. They're like the kind of piffy bit in the middle. I'm not really a fan of that, so I'll get rid of that. So I dry fry it. Bit of colour. And that'll go in with the mushrooms and whatnot afterwards. We'll get that in. Dry pan. A bit of colour on it. But yeah, if you put too much oil or butter, they'll just soak it all up and they just become soggy. I'll keep that on there. Right, fish. So what I'll do here.
What's my bit of toast?
Yeah, move your bit of toast, I'm afraid. So pull that all round. Let's bring that in. I'll get that on there. 20 minutes, I think that'll be done. So the courgette softened up nicely, bit of colour on it. Take that off the heat, don't really need that anymore. We can add that in later on. Onions, garlic, sage, bit of shitload of paprika.
No kidding.
Beans have been added into the kale. I'll just let them soften up. Sage is one of these herbs that needs a little bit of cooking, so.
Cheese bread. Oh my god.
That water's just about evaporating, which is good. And it's swimming in water. There's mushrooms in. Just going to break them up a little bit if we need to. If I leave them quite chunky. Yeah, like them in. Just saute them down a little bit. We're going to add some cream into this as well, which will just. So it's all coming together.
A campfire, in my opinion, isn't complete until there's a beer. Just the one. Safety first. Now, one of the things that didn't go to plan today was I didn't wear trousers when I was foraging through all the jagged nettles. Oh, my legs are all chewed up. The other safety point was we did plan to do this on the beach, but the weather didn't read the script, basically. So we've came into a woodland. Now some folk are maybe thinking, oh yeah, a bunch of dafties, but it's been torrential rain. Everywhere is soaking. We've picked a nice canopy where we've got a good bit of protection for the rain, and we still are getting a bit wet, but we cleared a small clearing, dug down a wee bit, kept the fire to as big as what we needed. We didn't build a big massive stupid fire, start doing the rain dance on it and all that. No, none of that. Just a nice small compact fire. And what's the saying? Leave only footprints. All this crap, as you can see, Alex will pan round. Look at the chaos that you don't really see in some of these videos. Running about trying to get things done. But enjoyed a beer. A lovely bit of that cheesy bloomer. Absolutely delightful. Caked in Lurpak. Dinner's coming along well. The only thing we're not sure about
What's going on in there?
is what's going on in that. Aye. I've got to admit, I'm looking forward to this. Smell-o-vision is not invented yet, but them mushrooms with onions and that smell amazing. Fair play to you, Alex, hats off. So aye, leave only footprints. That's a lobby tidied up.
So let's see if it actually works. This is still going to be pretty hot. Still a bit of smoke. You can see the smoke escaping out the sides, which is a good sign, I suppose. That looks pretty smoked.
That looks pretty fantastic.
So that fish is just resting. Let's bring all this together now. We're just going to throw it all together. So the kale and the beans go in there. Courgette's go in there as well. And we're just kind of warming it slowly. I'll let that heat up. Add a little bit of cream. And that should be perfect. Now while that's warming, let's go and check out this beetroot. Ah, that looks pretty good. Put that on there. Now just take the skins off. Yeah, that's cooked perfectly, I think. Oh, it's pretty hot.
Good.
And this is the final touch. Bear in mind that paprika's still in there, so this should go a nice kind of orangey colour, hopefully. Don't want too much. See how that looks.
Careful.
not finished yet. Presentation, always key. And these are edible, remember? Get a close up of that.
Nature has even provided me with a seat. Bit of fish, bit of chanterelle, bit of courgette, bit of kale. Yeah.
I always get a little bit nervous cooking for someone else. I love cooking, absolutely love it. I said it earlier on. That's pretty good though. That is what it is.
As meals go, I apologise to the wife because she's normally sitting watching me editing these. But that is one of the tastiest meals I've had this year. Whether it's because, I think it is because it's on. Alex grew on his own veg, caught our own fish, we foraged our own mushrooms. Everything just tastes better. The fish is, that smoker is, I was just saying there, I was worried it was going to be too smoky, but it's just, the oak shavings are just dynamite, I've got to admit. Kale, turns out I quite like kale. But I need a lie down after this. So good. Well, Alex is starting to catch the fish in this one. He's got a bag full of mackerel there for the pike, but we've managed to select a couple of the larger ones. Now they're no massive, but a couple of them each on this bit of toast I'm going to make is more than enough. So the coals are just about right. So this is mackerel with spicy tomato sauce on burnt toast. It's a delicacy where I'm from. And it is so good. If you've not tried it, I highly recommend it. They've only been caught, what, 20 minutes ago. I thought Alex cleaned, gutted them, straight on the coals. And that's all we have to do is wait for the mackerel to cook through, break it off into chunks. Then we'll mix in the chillies, the pepper, the salt, the tomato sauce, let it cool, get the bread on, good quality bread as well. Trust me, it's good.
Today didn't quite go to plan. We were expecting quality size eating mackerel. Lots and lots and lots of fish. I think we ended up with about 50 fish, but they're all very, very, very small. I was just saying to Gordon there, I mean, it is not unlike how the Mediterranean would cook sardines. You know, sardines that size, and it's a very similar style of cooking them, just over the coals, nice and simple. It's tasty, it's fresh. Aye, mackerel the size of sardines, but hey, they're starting to look good. I'm intrigued with this recipe though. Mackerel and tomato sauce. We're talking Heinz tomato ketchup here. Nah.
Simple.
Simple, but I think it'll be good. Simple ketchup, but see the fancy bread he's got there. That looks pretty good. What is it? Sun-dried tomato and jalapeno.
Yep.
Posh bread.
It's actually cost better to make this one than it did the last one.
But no, looking forward to this.
So Alex had mentioned his papa earlier, how his papa brought him down here fishing. I'm going to mention my papa. He didn't like fishing, he liked the horses on a Saturday. And I can always remember my nana shouting through, "Johnny, how do you want your toast?" He'd always shout through, "F***." Well, we use a beep there. And that's how I like my toast. I like my toast kind of burnt.
Yep.
That's piping a lot, man. We'll do Alex's bits first. We're not going to get all this bread on. I'll pop a bit at the side just to start warming it up. That is hot. Aye, so burnt toast, spicy tomato mackerel coming up in the next couple of minutes. Hey, well, that was a two-man job getting that mackerel broken down, but there we go. So we'll just give it a wee mash up. We're not wanting it like a paste, but we're wanting loads of wee flakes of mackerel skin, mackerel meat. Alex likes the skin, it's nice and crispy, so that's in there as well, full of goodness. So there we go. That's about the right consistency. And to that, I don't. Other tomato sauces are available. So, I think it was all Ricky Fulton, wasn't it? A wee squirt and a half or something, or a wee mouthful and a half. So we get a wee bit of tomato sauce in there, not too much. Don't want to scare Alex too much. And then we just work that in. A wee bit more required. Another wee squirt, big squirt. There we go. I'll go easy on the tomato sauce. I know Alex is a bit scared. I would have had a wee bit more tomato here, but that's the sort of consistency we're looking for. And it's easy to spread onto the toast. So to that, a bit of salt, pepper. Not too much in the pepper. Hot chilli flakes. Nice generous helping of them. Oh shit, my toast is burning. There we go. As I said, that's how toast should be done. Now I do have another fork, and don't be double dipping. I'm just going to have a wee taste of this. Wee bit more chilli. You want to feel that fire in your mouth. You get the gavish going with you.
Put salt in it.
Wee touch more pepper. You just tailor this to your own preferences. I prefer sea salt to that table salt nonsense. You know, nice pinch of that. And I'm going to overrule Alex. I'm going to just another wee squirt of tomato sauce. And I reckon we're good to go. That's looking more like it. As this works out, it's actually cheaper to buy the tin. But that's what you're looking for. So I might need Alex's one to prepare the toast and get it dressed, and we'll come back to you shortly. You'll get the odd wee bone, but you can live with that. Yeah, that's Alex's toast warmed up. Couldn't wait to get stuck into that bread. My finishing touches. Just touch a rocket. Wild rocket apparently. Coals.
Suit a packet though, that's cheating.
Now for the taste test.
We're sitting here making a bit of lunch. We're backed onto a forest here. We've been sitting for something in the trees. We've seen red squirrels, we've seen porpoises, we've seen everything. What a place to have lunch. And I was a little bit intrigued initially. I wasn't too sure about this, but that looks pretty good to me. Let's give this a go. It is pretty much posh sardines on toast.
Yep.
Posh mackerel on toast. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I've been trying to get him to try this for about 5 years.
That's dynamite. Cheers.
Welcome back to the channel. Now I'm going to cast your mind back to a year ago, this very month, where I was back at the car. Now it's no often I'm first back at the car, I'll say that. There's Ross and Alex disappeared into the forest, and they came out with a bag of just looked like orange plasticine to me. But it turns out it's chanterelle mushrooms. So the ears pricked up over the past year when Ross has been out fishing with us and Alex and quizzes him about mushrooms, and then obviously we went on and we done the catch and cook video, which we foraged some mushrooms. So now I find myself when we're driving home for fishing, get a mushroom. I'm constantly looking left and right and not looking where I'm bloody meant to be looking. But this is exactly what's happened here. The wind cut us short for our fly fishing session that we wrapped up today. Pop a link. But driving down the road, as you can hear, the road's not too far away. Just at the corner of my eye, I was like, Alex, is that a mushroom? Looks like one big roll things. He's like, we need to go back and get it. So a quick U-turn. Here we are. So again, not properly dressed for the occasion or the task at hand. We've even got our basket, we've not even got our knives, nothing. We've got a carrier bag. And according to Alex, we're in pretty much prime location for finding some mushrooms. So we're going to give it a go. I'm right on to it, air it rain, after we say it's lovely. So let's see what we can find.
So as Gordon says, driving down the road and he sees this big mushroom, so we're going to turn back, have a look at it. It's not what we hoped for. We were hoping for a nice big porcini or something like that. And it is in the same family, and we've come across a couple of them. We've already picked a couple, but here's another two nestled in an house, the sphagnum moss. And I think they're definitely a bolete. They're definitely a bolete, but if we get in here and we'll have a look at this one, I can see the slight dark spots here on the stem, which tells me it might be it's been munched a little bit, but this black spot on the stem and the fact that we're in amongst a load of birch trees tells me I think this is an orange birch bullet, which is edible. It is edible. Not entirely sure how tasty it is, but I'm fairly confident that in fact I'm very confident that that's what we have here. And there's another one, looks like it just along here, slightly darker in colour, but again it should still have, yeah, there we go, you can see that the black spots. Not as good a condition, but once the spores are taken off, should still be left with a nice bit of meat. So there we go. Not the porcini that we thought we saw, or Gordon thought he saw. But yeah, a couple of orange birch bullets. I reckon there'll be more here. Yeah, definitely an edible. 100% an edible. I don't think it's one of the best bullets, but there must be. It looks fantastic here. There's loads of birch trees, there's some pine up here, and it's mossy, it's wet. There must be something else, there must be more. So we'll have a wee wander around, we'll see if we can get a sort of collection of mushrooms. And Gordon can tell me how good those birch bullets taste. But it's coming into, we're just about September time now, so I'm really hoping to find some chanterelles. There might be some chanterelles still kicking about somewhere, and some wood hedgehogs. Wood hedgehogs are now my favourite. I found a couple last week and they're fantastic eating mushrooms, so we'll go and see, let's go and see what else we can find.
Right, I think I've maybe found these Sonic the Hedgehog ones. I think they're, we better give him a shout. Alex, I think I might have found your Sonic the Hedgehog ones.
Really?
Aye. Going on by what you...
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Aye, what are the hedgehogs?
Wood hedgehog, oh they are. Yeah, 100%. I found this. I'll come back to that one. It's not as exciting as these, however. Is it definitely?
I think it is. I don't know why to pick them up.
Try not to break them. Yeah, beauty. So as I was saying, hoping for these are my new favourite mushroom. Wood hedgehogs. A couple of them dotted around in here. You can see where they get their name from. Because underneath they don't have gills, they don't have spores. They've got loads of these little spikes, hence the name hedgehogs. So there's a couple here. Look at these ones. Look at that. Funky looking mushroom. But I think they're better than chanterelles. Like I said, found a couple last week, tried them for the first time, and those are great. Classed as a gourmet mushroom. Maybe there's more. Maybe there's more. Let's have a look. But what I did find, not quite as exciting as the hedgehogs, but that is a milk cap of some sort. Absolutely no idea what type. So it will be getting left. Definitely not coming home. You can see it's called a milk cap because it actually, once you break it slightly, you got a sort of milky sort of liquid. And apparently there are some poisonous milk caps that have this sort of white liquid.
Actually, get merry in your fingers then.
Yeah. As long as you don't ingest it, it's fine. So we're leaving that one. Don't want that because I'm not too sure what it is. If it had orange sort of milk, I'd be thinking about taking it, but look at those. Hedgehogs. Nice one. Right, what else have we got?
I've not seen you this excited since you caught that big roach.
I'm actually enjoying mushroom foraging just as much as fishing lately. Right, let's get them in the bag and let's see what else we can find. So mushrooms, we've seen a lot of them. I'm really getting into them, but it's not just mushrooms that are kind of useful round about here. Down here, probably one of the most common plants you'll find in the woods. Wood sorrel. A fantastic salad ingredient. It's great for salads, it's great for like little garnishes, it's great with fish. It's really citrusy, it's almost like Granny Smith apples. And let's get a nice fresh one. We'll give it to our guinea pig.
I'm not sure where he's trying to end me or no, but here we go. What are you saying? Citrusy?
Citrusy, appley, like Granny Smith apple. Like, give it a right good chew. It's actually really nice.
Okay. Hi.
Yep, good one to remember. Can't really mistake it for anything else. 3 little love hearts. Good for salads, good for garnishes, good for pestos. No, it would replace.
Granny Smith is
it's really like Granny Smith.
It's kind of like Granny Smith.
Aye. Nah, really good.
That's magic.
We go good with fish, so that's maybe something to think about for
You think some of this?
our next catch and cook. Aye, can do. So there we go, mushroom number, no idea what number it is now. We've found quite a few. This one's quite a good one actually. You can see people have been slicing bits off it already. This is, I believe, in fact, you know what? I'm not sure. I think it's blackening polypore or giant polypore. But now I'm second guessing it. Because it's not turned black. This has been sliced off and you'd expect that to be black. So it might be chicken in the woods. Because it's not turned black. Let's take some anyway. We'll take some of that, definitely. It's probably a wee bit overdone. Nah, I think that's chicken in the woods.
Does it taste like chicken?
Aye. Because it's not going black. And it's on, what tree is it on? It looks like it's on an old oak tree. So I think...
Tell you what, you cook it and eat it and let me know how you fare.
It's definitely not. It's not. I thought it was polypore. I thought it was giant polypore, but it's not. It's not blackening at all. So yeah, it might be. It might be chicken in the woods.
I know one you mentioned earlier you wanted to find.
Aye. It tastes. If it is chicken in the woods, it's that yellow colour underneath as well. Whereas polypore, I think, would be white underneath. I think I'll need to double check this one when I get home.
Take some anyway.
It's definitely one or the other. And it's probably a wee bit over, but if it's... no. If it was giant polypore, it would break into like fibrous sort of... I think it's chicken of the woods. 100%. No, 90% chicken of the woods. But again, if you know, let us know in the comments. But yeah, we'll take a bit of this. Yeah, it's just it's a bit overdone, it's a bit dry. But the edges, I reckon the edges would be quite good.
The kind of lighter part.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is chicken of the woods.
Okay.
We'll take a little bit. We'll not take too much. We'll take a little bit and we'll give it a go. Well, we're still at it. We did find some nice mushrooms by the roadside up the top end of Loch Lomond, but we just didn't quite find what we were after. Gordon in particular is still to try chanterelles on toast. And chanterelles are probably one of the nicest mushrooms out there. So we're back out, wee half day. Gordon swung by mine after a half day at work, and yeah, we're back in the woods. And straight away we've found what we're after. So just down here, underneath this beech tree, downy beech and mushrooms hand in hand, we have found a small patch of, just trying to get this one out gently, golden chanterelles. Lovely mushroom. So he's finally going to get his mushrooms on toast. I reckon there's a lot more here. In fact, I can see some dotted around over here, so aye, let's collect a few of these. This is an area that I know. I've been here before, and I know there's a few other surprises kicking about, hopefully. So yeah, let's get these in the bag. We'll take a wander up this hillside, see what else we can find. But just before we do, I just want to reassure you that this is a fishing video. But for now, let's see if we can find a few more of these. So as good as that roadside mark was, well, I say mark, it's fishing terms, isn't it? But that area on the roadside that we found, well, we thought we found orange birch billets, that was a few days ago. And since then I've had a wee look into it. I don't think they were orange birch billets. They're definitely birch billets, but I think they were brown birch billets. The surprise that I was hoping to find round about here is right down there. And you'll see the difference when I show you this one. I am going to pick it. It's been eaten a little bit, but I reckon it's still useful. It's a cracking looking mushroom. That is 100% an orange birch billet, and you can see the difference in the cap colour. Quite vividly orange. I've already got a few of these at home, so this one has been eaten a wee bit, but it's salvageable. We can definitely do something with that. Yeah, orange birch billet. There'll be a few more about, hopefully, maybe in better condition.
Happy days, he isn't lying. Looks like the mushrooms and chanterelles and toast will be happening. Stumbled across a couple. A yellowy orange.
Turn around, and that's the key.
That's the key apparently, aye.
False gills, not actual gills, more like ridges or folds.
So that's
it.
Happily to say that's a chanterelle.
Yep.
A couple of them. You've done to try this toast carry on for a while. to admit, but see last year when you and Ross were starting on this, I was not interested at all. I'm not getting into it. Good exercise.
Yeah. Exercise, fresh air and free food. Earlier in the video I found that big sort of bracket style fungus coming out of a dead piece of oak, I think it was. And initially I thought it was giant polypore, but then I had a wee look and seen that it wasn't quite blackening, and it turned out to be chicken in the woods, and it was chicken in the woods. It was a wee bit over, it was a wee bit woody when we tried it. Mine went in the bin. I think Gordon, you demolished yours, didn't you?
I enjoyed mine.
Yeah, I did anyway. But yeah, the giant polypore. I was out yesterday without a camera, unfortunately, and I did come across some, and we've got it. I thought I'll bring it out today and have a wee look at it, because it's quite an impressive bit of mushroom. That there is giant polypore, blackening polypore, and you can see where I've cut it just along the bottom there, just along the base. It is starting to turn black. This is a mushroom that gets a bad name for itself in all the guides and the sort of books that you'll read, for it not tasting great. Apparently it's quite stringy, it's quite bitter, it's quite woody. I've tried it. I tried it last time I found this, and I quite like it. It's more like chicken than the chicken in the woods was. But I think that was maybe because the chicken in the woods was a wee bit over. But this stuff, it strips up. And I'll show you that. I will show you that later on in the video, where we'll actually cook some of it, along with the chanterelles and the boletes and things like that. It is very much the texture of chicken. But yeah, cracking big bit of fungus. Giant polypore. So definitely getting through the mushrooms, and we've collected a fair few, so I need to think of something to do with them now.
Right.
That one's in great condition. Hardly any damage to the pores. Bit damage to the stem. Black flecks. And if you remember back to the roadside where Gordon thought he'd seen a penny bun, it was this. We initially thought it was an orange birch bolete. It's a brown birch bolete. You can see the complete difference in colour of the cap. Not as tasty as the orange one, but still pretty good, especially if you slice up and dry it.
I can concur on that.
Oh, that's right, you had it, didn't you? Yeah. So yeah, that's one for the bag. There you go, side by side. Orange birch bolete, brown birch bolete. Both get those sort of dark floccules, I think you call them, on the stem, or on the stipe, as they're called in a mushroom. But yeah, decent eating, really good eating, not bad, better dried. And I think that's what we'll do with both of them. Mushrooms everywhere.
We're going to play spot the mushroom. Alex spotted a decent looking mushroom in amongst all that. Bang centre of the screen. Right, he's absolutely loving this.
Spotted that one a mile away. Another cracker. Finding a few now. Bit eaten, but still nice and fresh. Take the pores off. I keep saying it, but definitely take the pores off. The pores make it a little bit slimy. I suppose if you're drying it, you could keep them on, but I prefer to take them off and just eat the firm flesh. Well, there we go. It took us 2 sessions, but we finally got the chanterelles that we were after.
I've been after.
Gordon's been after. We no longer have the hedgehogs. They've been well demolished. But yeah, plenty of chanterelles, some lovely orange birch boletes, one brown birch bolete, and then a big bit of giant polypore as well. So plenty to think about and plenty to eat. But I did say earlier on, it is a fishing video. Angling 360 is about fishing, but when you've got this on your doorstep, you can't knock it. But fishing, what's the plan?
The plan for this one, it's something I saw on YouTube years ago. It's formed in by the any he's watched Graham Poole the Totally Awesome Fishing Show. Well, he's not everybody's cup of tea, but I love the guy. I think he's brilliant. And it was on that YouTube channel that I saw Duck laughing at us. I don't like the name, it's common name, the Dogfish.
Like for today's purposes, we'll call it Dogfish.
Yes, I'm not going to call it the name I'm quite fond of, is the cat shark.
Too cute.
But apparently it's good eating. Now everybody knows there's dogfish up and down the length and breadth of the coast of Britain. East, west,
And
south,
everywhere.
north, coast, you'll catch. If you've never caught a dogfish, then I don't know what you're doing, man. But you know what's going to happen?
We're not going to get
We're
one.
not going to get one. Now we do pretty much catch one every time we go sea fishing. I think maybe once. However, we are going to try the lesser spotted dogfish
As a catch and cook.
as
This
a catch
is
and
a
cook.
catch and cook video.
So some of you might be going, oh, you can't. It's legal, isn't it? It's all above board.
There's loads of them as well. They're sustainable. They're not endangered. And that's what we're trying to do with this catch and cook, is target species that there's loads of. There's absolutely millions of them. But they're unusual. Not everyone eats them. A little bit of a faff, I think, to prepare them.
Aye, it's the skin on a snake, I'm getting told.
We'll give that a go. We've never done it before, so
So
we'll see.
you might get a good laugh
We'll
at
see
it.
how it goes.
But we're going to do breakfast and lunch, which I just found out off Alex there. He's going to make a nice, I'll hand you back to Alex, with a nice mushroom pate.
We said this in the mackerel video, that we're looking to utilise as much natural resources for food as possible, not just the fish. God mentioned dogfish, and I was like, oh, I don't know if mushrooms are going to go with the dogfish. So we'll do mushrooms separately. I think a mushroom patty.
I like pate.
Mushroom patty, maybe on some toast or on a bit of bread. And then for the dogfish later on, I think we need some veg.
I guess where we're going now.
Luckily, I know a place.
Those mushrooms daft. Those tomatoes, I can assure you, are the nicest tomatoes I have ever eaten in my life.
Aye, that looked quite good. Full of tomatoes. I mean, absolutely shocker. Full of tomatoes. And I think we'll take some of them. Try to think of something that'll go with dogfish. Aye, so get a load of tomatoes. The old chilies are starting to look pretty good now as well. There's loads of these.
The salsa I made last week, and I put 2 of them in it.
Spicy.
Wow.
They're nice chilies, those. So take some tomatoes, take some chilies. I think there's tons of aubergines now, absolutely loads. I think there's a nice big one down there. Possibly. Let's have a look. I'll take him.
One thing I never knew about aubergines, from the shop bought ones to these ones,
Spiky.
they are very spiky. My wife Lindsay, she discovered it, I know.
Yeah, be careful with them. Yeah. Loads of these. There's
Tasty as well.
so many of them. So I'm having a wee think what's going to go with dogfish. I've got a few ideas. Let's keep it seasonal as well. They were coming almost into October. Halloween just around the corner. So it has to be one veg that we must use. We've got to get some pumpkins. Okay, then we've got a few different types. If you follow me around this way first actually. Around here. A few hiding in here. And these are what they call baby bears. So they're just like a small version of your jack-o'-lanterns. Your typical Halloween pumpkin. Not the greatest tasting, they're good for ornaments around about that time of year, but they're not great for the table. However, we've got something a wee bit better. One back right here. We've got a few in here. We've got these little squashies. Those are buffy balls. And some big yellow things over here as well. I don't really know what they are, where they are. There's a few hiding in here. But the one that we want...
That one over there?
That's the one.
Right at the end there?
That's it. The one we want is in here.
Oh. I'm away the wrong way.
They're kind of hiding. Need to find them properly. Like that. Probably the best eating pumpkin around. Crown Prince. However, that one's quite big. Let's see if we can find a slightly smaller one. You'll do nicely. Bit of thyme, bit of rosemary as well. Go nice with the mushrooms.
I know I don't look like a guy that eats a lot of veg, right, but this is my second bag of mushrooms.
Mushrooms?
I've done it again. It's like you with sunsets and sunrises in it. Tomatoes even. But I'm telling you. It's like one in the bag and you're doing your best. They're just... See when you burst it, it's nothing like you get in the shops. It's just sweet and I nearly said mushroom in there, tomato-y, like really strong tomato flavour. It's just so good, man. You see mushrooms and tomatoes becoming a thing in my life. But the other just, see folk like this, hats off to these, man, because it's so good. Like I say, it's actually quite fun. I'm just anyway.
All I have to do is manage to rustle up something with that. So all we need now is a dogfish. Surely we can catch a dogfish.
Well, that's the mushrooms, the vegetables, all gathered. As you can see, the views are just unbelievable, aren't they? Every time we come here we catch a dogfish. As we said earlier, dogfish is going to be the main part of the catch and cook. I've just got terrible field muff. I'm going to get one. Alex has already had a dogfish, like he's looking up at his rod now behind me. I've had a few rattles on I've got a wee scratching rig rod out, wee scratching rig hooks, wee tiny baits. Our mackerel bait isn't the greatest, it's really hard to cut into the strips. So I'm just trying to discuss what to do there. The big rods, I've got one big bait out as well. Alex has 2 big baits out. So to complete this video, all we need now is a dogfish, or a cat shark, or a rock salmon, whatever you care to call them. I prefer cat shark, but today we're going to stick with dogfish. I do like cat sharks.
A mackerel. There's a mackerel.
Yes, yes, fresh bait. We've got good bait. Oh, and we've got a dab.
What were you just saying there about mackerel?
Happy days. So the wee bites were obviously this dab, which I'll show you. Let me get rid of this mackerel. Alex into a fish. We're just cutting up that fresh mackerel. Huh?
That felt heavy.
I took a run. Alex got another run. And he's missed it again. I was getting bites up there as well.
Well, the fishing's not exactly living up to expectations. So, seeing as it's quite quiet, still keep my eye on the rods, they're just in the background there. In fact, Gordon, your right hand rod.
Yes, it's somewhat buckled over.
It's buckled. Go and sort that first.
Yeah, we never got that.
I got that. It's just about, it's a big bit of weed. Aye.
Well, there was a bit of weed, no good my ankle, but a slightly bigger dab. That's a dab, yeah. Nice spots on that one. That's slightly bigger than the last one. We did catch our target species, the dogfish, however, it did look too cute. It was too small. So he went back. So we're still dogfishless. But Alex is pretty confident we'll get one.
Well, it was inevitable that was going to happen. Rod buckled over there, big lump of weed on it. But no, still no fish, still no dogfish. Couple of wee dab. But yeah, mushrooms. Let's make something with them. We've got loads of them. Picked a load up yesterday. We've got our giant polypore. But in here, we've also got our chanterelles. And then we've got some of this bolete, the orange birch bolete, and I've semi-dried it. And apparently if you semi-dry this, and even fully dry it, if you fully dry it, you can store it for up to a year, I've heard. But yeah, that's the 3 mushrooms we're going to use today. Bit of garlic, add that in later on. So yeah, giant polypore, dried orange birch bolete, and some chanterelles. Cook them up. They all cook it so at different times, so do them individually and then mix them all together. And yeah, make some sort of mushroom patty, a little bit of patty on toast or patty on bread or something like that. So yeah, let's get these on first. So yeah, dried boletes. They're going to take a wee bit of time to rehydrate, but yeah, concentrate the flavour. They'll last a little bit longer. Pan of water on here. Add a little bit of butter to that, I think. Then we'll just tear these up, I think. Then should rehydrate, plump up a little bit, but that flavour hopefully should be intensified. Get that in there. I'll let them just gently soak. Then we'll cook up this polypore. Now the polypore, like I said when we were talking about the mushrooms, the middle bit might be a wee bit tough, so we'll get rid of that. So take some of the pores off, as much of the pores as I can get off, and like I said, it just strips. You just pull it into strips, very much like chicken. Just gonna break that up. And it crisps up quite nicely in some butter. There you go, you can see the actual liquid there starting to turn kind of browny kind of colour, and that's all flavour, you know, so we'll just slowly like that. We don't actually want to boil it, we just want to turn that down a touch. We just want to soak them. And the secret ingredient a nice bit of thyme from the allotment. Garlic. Garlic and thyme will go in that as well. There you go, so that's been slowly simmering, soaking for about 5 or 10 minutes. What we'll do is we'll give it a wee bit longer, but we'll just take off the heat. We'll just whack it all in here. We'll just let that sit for a wee bit. And that'll give us a chance to get this polypore on. Again, like I said, it needs to be cooked for a fair bit. So we'll turn that heat up. I want to kind of crisp this up a bit. Put a wee bit more butter in that as well, I think.
I like that choice of butter.
Oh aye, there's only one and only. I think it's at this point we will add a wee bit of seasoning though. A bit of salt. Not too much. I'll let them crisp up. These are going to take about 20 minutes to cook. They do take a fair length of time. They'll turn black.
Yeah?
Aye, they'll go black.
Really?
Aye. You know, look at like portobello mushrooms and like flat cap mushrooms, they all go black when you cook them as well. Yeah. I'll give that a bit of time. Let these soaking away in there, loads of flavour, loads of stock in that. Great way to make a mushroom stock there is with the dried mushrooms. It's dried porcinis. Dried porcinis go for a fortune in posh supermarkets, posh stores. It's exactly the same thing. Almost the same thing.
I'd rather be sat here eating it.
One thing I will add, just before we go any further, is I have never made this before. So I don't even know if it's going to be any good, but it should.
Point out the advice, this isn't advice on how to pick and eat mushrooms.
Aye, well, we said when we were picking the mushrooms there, but we're no experts in mushrooms, so do not take our word for anything that we've said in this video. If you're going to go out and pick mushrooms for the first time, you're not too sure what you're doing, do your own research. Look at some proper guides, some proper books. Don't go with what we say. Because this might be our last video, never know. Well, so that polypore's had about 10 minutes. So what we'll do, this still needs a wee bit more cooking, so we can drain this now. Those mushrooms have soaked up all that juice, all that stock. So drain the majority of it off. Keep a wee bit. Now we'll just add that back into there. Turn that heat up a bit. I'll give that another 10 minutes or so. If you use fresh thyme, you need to use a little bit more because it's not quite as potent as the dried stuff. So I'll put a good whack of this in.
I'm going to have a good waft at it now.
Oh, it smells dynamite, it's lovely. Try to keep as many of the twigs out, just want the leaves. Don't have any with me, but some pepper in there would be nice as well. We can do without that today. Right, next step. Those have been cooking for ages. Probably pour. And your billy. That goes in there, out the way. Stick the pan back on. This time we'll get the chanterelles on. And for the chanterelles, I'll stand up for this one. We'll just break up into the pan. These do not take long. Time to try these. They're good. They are really good. So these are the flavour, really. That's the mushroominess. That's going to be the mushroom. This is the sweet, sort of nutty flavour that we're hoping for. Yeah, those in. Turn it down slightly. And I'll get a wee crack of a bit of garlic in there as well. Not too much. We'll just a clove, I think. Fairly fine. In there. Yeah, they shouldn't take too long. Chanterelles, they shrink quite a lot when you cook them, and we're a wee bit top heavy on the sort of really kind of mushroomy flavours, and we're a wee bit low on chanterelles. Luckily, we know a spot just across the road, and we went and topped up our chanterelles. So hopefully that'll give it a wee bit more of a sweet flavour. But yeah, this stuff, the mushroomy sort of texture and whatnot, let's get it chopped up as fine as possible. Ideally, a food processor would be what we'd be looking for here. But when you're out and about, it's not going to happen. So good old knife, and we'll just give it a right good chop. We want to get it as fine as possible, as kind of paste-like, as patty-like as possible. So there we go, that's the new backup reinforcement chanterelles. Cooking down nicely. All that water's evaporated, so give it another couple of minutes. These were our original chanterelles. I'm just getting diced up just to go in with the rest of the other stuff. And then we'll combine it. I don't think I'm going to use all this. It is a wee touch, I find it. Gordon quite likes it. I find it a wee touch bitter. And it will be just that giant poly pour, just going a wee bit over, a wee bit too well done. But it adds a nice mushroominess to it and a nice bit of texture, so we will definitely add it in. But yeah, probably only about half. But yeah, let's get these chanterelles chopped as finely as we can. Bit of texture's not a bad thing, I suppose. I'll add that into it. Leave that out of the way just now. Get it all combined. So here again, interrupted by a knock on the rod. Patty's coming on. Still lacking a dogfish. Maybe this is it. Looks like he might have something. Nothing. That's a lot of bites we've missed today. It's frustrating. Frustrating stuff. We need a dogfish. So we go. This is finely chopped as a... I can be bothered. Ideally a wee bit finer. You just keep working through it with a knife and it gets fine. But no, nice coarse bit of texture, nothing wrong with that. Then all I'm going to do is add it to a bowl. And give it another bit of a mix. Smells good. Really smell that thyme through it, which is nice. And then to combine it, this is the key, this is what holds it all together. Gives it a bit of sweetness, a bit of texture. We've got a good old cream cheese. There's other ways to make patty, like a forest deer patty would be mushrooms and chicken livers. Then you need to let it set in the fridge and all the rest of it. There's just a bit of cream cheese. Bind that together. See how that looks. And then we can add a wee bit more if need be. It's getting there. I reckon a wee bit more cheese in there. Then we'll see how it tastes.
Guessing I'm tasting it first.
Oh, still not much action on the rods. However, at least we've got a bit of lunch. Not sure how this is going to taste, but it looks not too bad. Foraged woodland mushroom patty, bit of rocket, and some bread. It'll tide us by until the dogfish turns up. Hopefully.
Oh, Alex rebaited his rods there and I sneakily made some toast or fried bread. No, I like my toast. I've got the privilege of delving into this masterpiece first. I'll put a wee bit there. Similar to the mackerel, that. Spread that about. A couple of bits of rocket, which is growing in the allotment that Alex made. Grew. Morrison's, if you're watching, he's a shout. That is amazing. The nuttiness of the chanterelles, or is it chanterelles? The other things, I can't remember the name of what they're called.
Birch billets.
Birch billets and giant polypore. When we were making it, Alex wasn't sure of the giant polypore. I liked it, but see with it all mixed in, and it's really good. I'm honestly, that's tasty. Yep.
It's alright. Quite good actually. Quite mild. That bitterness is all but gone. quite sweet. Yeah, quite tasty. Happy with that. Well, there we go. As fishing sessions go. Wasn't the best. A lot of small fish, but we got what we came for, and we got our 2 lovely dogfish. So we got our fish. We got our veg from the other day. We got our tomatoes, onions, picked up a couple of bits of garlic and ginger, a couple of limes, but then we've got the sort of main event in terms of the veg. We've got pumpkin, aubergine, courgette, and some baby corn, black coriander there as well. And the plan, I think, well, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to make a sort of a kind of light vegetable curry, tomato sauce, got some coconut milk in there as well, can add that to it, spice up a little bit. Got some chilies from the allotment, I hope. They're not here, but I'm sure we've got them somewhere. And Gordon will tell you what he's going to do with these lovely guys.
You want to tell me?
Right, that's my plan. Let's see what Gordon's got planned with this.
We're going to try and skin these. There are many videos on YouTube we have both watched.
Yeah. Now, just to bring your attention to the movement here of this fish.
It's been freaking me the past couple of days.
Unfortunately, that's just something that happens. The fish is not alive. It definitely happens with dogfish, and we've heard that from a lot of people. But yeah, we'll get these prepped, and then Gordon can talk you through the plan. And then
skewers,
we'll
I believe.
Skewers, kebab style skewers.
Yes.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Right, get the fish prepped, and then we'll get the veg on the go. I'll follow you.
Oh, there we go. That was a 2-man job. We didn't film it because we didn't know how it was going to go. There are a load of videos on YouTube how to do this. We'll pop a link in the description for a few of them. But it turned out we actually did not too bad a job. Look at that. This is my first time ever trying rock salmon, dogfish, cat shark, whatever you want to call it. But it does look like a nice piece of meat. I'm actually looking forward to this. Now Alex fancies filleting it to get rid of that, what's it called? Cartilage that runs through the middle. Yeah, and then we're going to do a wee fancy skewer over the coals. So let's get cracking with that. We are short on time, the sun is going down rapid. We've got about an hour of good light left, so we're kind of rushing through this. And the midges are a pain in the arse. Right, let's get on with it.
was a wee bit more challenging than I was expecting. It's quite a lot going on at one time, but I think we might have pulled it off. We're just going to stick on a plate and eat it. I think we're good. Let's get this plated up. So we want a nice bit of sauce in the middle, I think.
Big bit of sauce for me.
What do you think?
It's a lot softer, the dogfish, a lot softer than I thought, but it's tasty. Really, really, really nice. I thought it'd be a wee bit more like prawn sort of texture. But no, it's great. There's a win.
Let's be honest. That's my spicy tomato mackerel to shame, doesn't it? Turns out dogfish is really nice, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Probably more folks who tried dogfish, plenty of them.
What is he doing? Oh my god.
That was oh, yeah, that was amazing. Compliments to chefs in some countries.
Don't even need to wash that.
That good.
That's the easy bit. All we need is a bass. How hard could that be? Well, fishing plans this morning did not go to plan, but just as well, they did go to plan last night, because otherwise we'd just be eating vegetables for lunch. We've kind of stopped early this morning because we just lost a bit of confidence. There was just not much happening, not much showing. So it's a good bit early lunch, brunch. But yeah, as always, some of the best ingredients going, homegrown, home caught from the allotment. Tomatoes, these tomatoes are fantastic. I think Gordon's quite partial to them as well. Cannot beat fresh vine tomatoes. Then we get some carrots, some multicoloured ones in there. There's a nice purple one, a bit weird, but for the carrot. And then loads of these climbing beans, French beans, kind of light coloured beans.
I thought they were chilies.
No, they're not chilies, those are beans. Hiding in there we've got a mango. not from the allotment. There's an onion there as well and a few other bits and pieces, and then over here.
The bash pepper, is this allotment?
No, unfortunately the pepper is not an allotment pepper.
And you'd have cheek to pop at me for fucking doing toys.
Most of it's from the allotment, most of it. We've got this baby corn as well. That kind of Asian style corn is great for this dish, for any Asian dishes. Some spring onions, a load of basil. We've got some coriander somewhere as well, and then a few sort of Asian inspired ingredients in ginger, chilies and garlic. The garlic is from the allotment, hence why it's a weird shape. And then obviously the two stonking fresh bass, which have been sitting on ice overnight. So I think a wee Thai red curry with flame grilled sea bass and a mango salsa. Let's do it. Right, it's all starting to look good. That's what I've done with the allotment tomatoes. Is added them in with the mango, some coriander, some salt, some lime, and a bit of red pepper. That gives you a really sort of sweet and sort of zesty salsa, which I think will go really nice with any sort of fish, but in particular sea bass. So that'll just be like a garnish, it'll go on top. And then what I'm doing here is just sauteing a little bit of garlic, a little bit of ginger, and then the rest of the allotment veg, the baby corn, the carrots and the beans, they'll go in here with some red curry paste, red Thai curry paste, and then I'll add in some coconut milk, some herbs, get the fish on, and that should be us done. Yeah, let's get this veg in here. A wee touch of water to that, I think. Back in a minute. Right, all starting to look good. So, mango salsa has been sitting, stewing, infusing all those flavours. Loads of rice, sticky rice, that's done. And then we've got your veg with that Thai red curry sauce. So all that's left to do now is the fish. Now we scaled these fish. Bass, you need to scale them, I'm sure you guys all know that. Yep, scaled them in a rock pool. We're just going to use 2 fillets just now, I think. So I'm kind of drying them. The salt's still on there, but taking most of the moisture off. And we're going to cook this over the open fire in one of these fish holder cage things. So we need to first of all cut this fillet to size. I want it to fit in there, so I'm just trim the tail off. It won't go to waste. And into that we'll add a little bit of oil. If I can remember where I put it. Okay, so yep, a little bit of oil on the skin side and the flesh side. That'll just help crisp it up hopefully. The salt's still on it. And then hopefully this will fit perfectly in here. Made to measure. Lock it in place. I'll get that on the flames. Then we'll bring it all together and eat, because I'm starving. Absolutely starving. Let's get on. That's not bad for a Sunday lunch. Oh, barbecued fresh sea bass, Thai red curry, mango, salsa, and enough rice to feed an army. Right, dig in.
There you go.
Well, I'm going. Try this bass. It's such a good fish. It's easily one of my favourite eating fish. That's great. Cheers.
Now, anybody that says sea trout is better than bass has never tried wild caught fresh bass, in my opinion. Because this is the #1 fish to eat by a country mile. Now my boy Kobe loves his sea trout, but he had this earlier in the year and he agrees. Even with the other razzmatazz, she's just on its own. It's like a creamy, I don't like it, it's just cooked over the coals as well. It's absolutely amazing. Salsa's no bad at all. Well done. Oh, well, I kicked it up. Fucking hell.
Ah, it's a salsa. Of course I kicked it.
Fucking hell, Alex. There we have it. Bass brunch, Thai style. I have to admit, I think that's one of the better ones he's done, if not number one. We've got a 3-hour drive home, so for once we're finishing at a respectable hour. We've tidied everything away, leave nothing but footprints, as they say. We've had a couple of nice bass, one off the top for myself, which was absolutely fantastic, and Alex got the couple of bass on his Savage Gear Sandeel, which is, I think, probably one of his favourite lures. He's got some nice trout on that as well. So the only thing is left for me to say is thanks for watching, and keep your eyes peeled for more videos from Mequinenza in Spain. See you soon. I don't know what to say there.